Hello. Good morning. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. What's going on? Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Jennifer Luddington. I am Jen the Generator, and I am a high performance mindset and health coach, and I help you generate the power to free yourself from the imprisonment of your lies. Good morning. All right, guys. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about something today that I had to get really, really authentic about. And I had to really get vulnerable with myself and honest with myself about. And I think that it's going to really support you. So, what I love to do is I love to support women, right? Driven women, women that are really those hustle hard, boss babe women who have kind of forgotten their feminine role, their feminine edge, right? And have forgotten how to soften and to live in the middle. And I also love helping those driven women who are maybe behind the scenes. Maybe they're behind the scenes, and maybe those women have forgotten how to use their confidence and their voice and to really empower themselves. Those are my women. All right. So my name is Jen, the Generator. I like to go by that. And what I'd like to share with you guys today is a little story about how I really overcame some judgment. Some really fierce, nasty judgment this weekend I received on Instagram, to be really honest. And I wanted to talk to you about it because I think it's going to help you overcome some things that we all struggle with, right? That are kind of like, we all have these things that we struggle with. These little moments of judgment where we catch ourselves being like that person where we're judgy and we're making criticisms and we're thinking all these things in our head. And I want to share with you how it kind of showed up for me, right? So if you look at my Instagram feed, if you're on Instagram watching, or if you go and look at my Facebook on my public page, I posted this really powerful post, in my opinion, right? Because it's true to me. And I posted this post because I wanted to show you that this is the real me. Like, I have all these different sides of me. I wear all these different hats, right? You guys wear these hats too? Where you're like this high-powered go-getter woman. You're fiercely going after what you want. And then also, like, you're a mom and you're a chauffeur and you're a cook and you do laundry, right? And I struggle with that, playing all those different roles sometimes. Like, where is the middle and how do I find it and how do I ease into it and how do I accept it? And how do I show up really sexy? And how do I show up really feminine? And how do I show up really strong in my business? And I've struggled with that a lot in my life because I've tried to be perfect, right? I've tried to be approved of. And I realized this weekend that when you put yourself in the arena and you really authentically show up as yourself, you're going to get a lot of backlash. And the more and more that I show up as me, the imperfect me, right? The imperfect me that sometimes, yes, I'm a wellness and mindset coach, but you guys, really, I have an in and out once in a while. I'm human, right? Sometimes I want to let my hair down every few years and go to Vegas and drink too much and sit by the pool and have a hangover. And maybe the night before, it's been known to happen that I've had a couple puffs of a cigarette, wearing a short skirt, high heels, and red lipstick. There's been times where maybe I have overindulged. I'm not perfect. I'm human. And I was showing up authentically like that on my Instagram. I was showing up authentically as me, right? As who I am. And I got knocked down. Like, this woman saw my picture and called me out, right? And I felt like, years ago, I would have been like, oh, ooh, screw you. And I would have went off on her on Instagram and just attacked and defended. And I'm not there anymore. And instead of attacking, right, going to war with this person that clearly has been triggered by something that I said or did. And that's okay, I get that. Like, we're all triggered by things, whether we want to admit it or not, right? We all have these secret little judgments going on in our head that nobody really wants to say, right, that we're afraid to talk about. But some things trigger us. And this woman was triggered by me. And initially I wanted to like go and fight back and like claw my way to prove myself that I was right and she was wrong. But what I realized is that I triggered her. some insecurity inside of her, or something that she was fighting herself made her want to take it out on me. Something that she found inside herself. Maybe she's been trying to be perfect herself. Maybe she's been striving and afraid to let down the walls of the imperfection because she's afraid of the judgment and not being approved of or not being perfect. And you know what? I get that. I get that so much because it's so much easier to point our fingers outward, right, you guys? It's so much easier to point our fingers outward than go like this. This feels really awkward. It's not. It doesn't feel right. It's much easier to go, you. And when we find ourselves going like this, so hard and so fast at people, pointing, judging, really there's something inside of us that we need to look at, that we're lacking. There's something inside of us that maybe we're afraid to show the world, to be vulnerable about. And usually we're triggered by that thing. We're usually triggered by that thing, right? That thing that comes at us and we're like, oh, I can't stand that. It's usually something inside of us that we need to fully look at and get honest about ourselves. Maybe that we need to work on with our personal development. Maybe this person who got really upset with me about posting that duality picture of myself, where it's this artistic image of me smoking a cigarette, right? And this bolero hat, and I'm half naked, to be quite frank. That's me too, you guys. And I have to put myself in the arena. And if I'm in the arena, I have to be honest. I have to be honest with myself. And I have to be honest with you. And I spent years lying to myself, trying to be perfect, trying to get it so right. I got it wrong all the time. I was proving, striving so hard, afraid to show up as myself, afraid to show up with all my imperfection and all the crap and shit I carried around with myself, that I literally was digging my own grave because I wasn't showing up as me. I wasn't aligned. I wasn't in my values. That's dishonest, whether that's, withholding information, whether that's hiding, that's still dishonesty. And a lot of us don't know how to fully be authentic and honest because we're afraid of that judgment that I got this weekend, right? Woo, 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 woo. You're not this, you're not that, you're not, you know what? I'm not. You're right. I'm not perfect. I am the most imperfect person on the planet. One of them. We're all imperfect, but we're so afraid. And when we hide behind all of that perfect image that we're trying to put out there so we don't get judged and we don't get, pointed our fingers at, instead of actually showing up authentically, we not only hide ourselves from being judged, we hide ourselves from feeling joy. We hide from feeling joy when we hide ourselves. So you know what? I break down. Yes, sometimes I end up in the refrigerator shoving stuff in my mouth, numbing, but it's a lot less frequent now. Sometimes I might go completely crazy and I might go through a drive-through and have a burger at In-N-Out because I really like them. I'm not perfect. I'm human. Right? So this is the thing I wanted to really drive home with you guys today. It's okay. If you're ready to get in the arena and fully show up with you, however weird you are, freaked out you are, completely imperfect you are, scared you are, feeling like you're an imposter, however you're feeling, right? The more you show up authentically, the more you put yourself out there, the more you really go for it and really stand into your values, the more joy and fulfillment you will feel. And I guarantee you, those that pass judgment, those that are doing this, they're afraid to even do what you might be failing at. They are afraid to even do what you're failing at because they can't get out of their perfection armor. And they're judging you and they haven't even gotten in the arena themselves. So throw it all out. Throw it all. It's so not worth it. Throw it all out. Throw all of the perfectionism out. Throw it out the window. Put yourself in the arena and allow yourself to be judged, because the people that are judging you, I guarantee you, they haven't even tried what you are attempting to fail at. I guarantee you. Stop trying to be perfect. You guys, I did it for so long. It is exhausting, and it spent all of my emotional bandwidth on things that didn't even matter. It ended up allowing me to chase something, some goal, some stupid thing that didn't even matter to me because I was trying to do what people would approve of. What they would think I should do because I'm in the health and fitness space when I was. I'm really navigating myself out of that because that's not where I live anymore. That's a part of me that's not my identity. And I took on an identity that I didn't even value. I didn't want to stand on stages. Newsflash, it sucks. I'm sorry, ladies, but eating tilapia and nothing else for 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks sucks. And working out for 2 hours a day sucks. It blows, actually. That wasn't even what I wanted to do. What I really wanted to do was serve people. I wanted to help people. I wanted to empower women to be their best version of them. That's what I wanted. And I lied to myself. And I got caught in this cycle of lies and lies and lies until I couldn't see straight anymore. And I lost my own truth. Please don't lose your truth. Get clear on your values. Get clear on your values and live into that. Live into your values. You know, goals will change and shift. But when you're really true to what matters to you, that's fulfillment. It's not wavering. And that's what I want for you. I finally found it. So this is what normally would have happened. If that woman had gone after me like she did about how, well, she put some nasty stuff up there and I had to actually delete. And someone on Facebook actually, who really needs to turn the finger on himself, had something to say about that picture too. Because that particular person, not going to name any names, isn't showing up as a healthy person or perfect either. Let's just say that. They're carrying about an extra, 70 pounds of visceral body fat and subcutaneous. So, but they're pointing their finger at me because they probably need to turn it and point it at themselves, right? Right? They're probably afraid to be honest with themselves. So it's easier to just go like this. So this is what I've learned. I'm going to share this with you, and then I'm going to go. Look, I could have easily gone after her and attacked her. You, but I triggered her. And I've been there. I have been there. So instead of, I went, okay, let's point it back at me. Let's point it back at me. All right, I'm triggering her for some reason. She's going through something, just like I used to. She's going through the same stuff that I used to. And now I have compassion for her. I have compassion for her. I understand where she's at. And instead of me going and attacking her, I come back to me and I say, I've been there. I've been there. I understand that attack. It's easier to lash out than to look at yourself. It's easier to throw stones than to look deep inside and say, okay, what's triggering me? What am I trying to hide from? What am I lying about? Right? So now, instead of me attacking her, so much easier, you guys. Let's just not get it twisted. Okay, come on, for real. It's super easy to just go attack, attack, attack. But when you step back, pull yourself out and look at it from their perspective and say, listen, she's not attacking me, she's attacking herself. She's not convicting me, she's convicting herself. And I have compassion for that and empathy. And all I'm going to do is love her harder. Love her fiercely and harder because I know where she is. I've been there. So today's message, when you feel like you're being triggered, guys, when you feel like you're being triggered, instead of going like this, if you're triggered in your marriage, if your husband does something that triggers you, if your kids are triggering you, if your best friend is triggering you, if somebody on the street is triggering you, if you're on the freeway today and you're triggered, turn the finger. What's actually triggering you to react that way? What is it inside of you that you're not showing up fully for? What is it inside of you that you might be hiding from, that you might be not looking at? What is it inside of you, right, that you're lying to yourself about? That's easier to point the finger outward instead of here. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Hey, guess what? You can find me on Instagram here. Obviously, if you're there, on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram or my YouTube. I post all these videos on my YouTube channel. And if you want to just connect with me and hang out with me, DM me. Instagram, message me. Facebook, let's hang out. Let me help you and support you. And if you want to share this video, awesome. I would love it if you found this powerful for you today. If not, no big deal. I'm just here to serve and support. And if you want to learn more about my products and services, you can message me also, because I'm getting ready to launch something super cool in September. Women only though. Sorry guys. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you guys got to work with me one-on-one. You can't be in my women's group. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Peace.